What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome back to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Day by Day. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Thanks for making space for me. I have a lot of other things you can be doing. We're kind of grateful that you're still here. It's just been a week. Not a whole lot you can say about it other than that. I'm still waiting for new stuff. I would be very surprised if we don't have new stuff to talk about that by the time you're seeing this video. But as for me, it's the 18th because I'm doing this after midnight. A lot of stuff going on earlier. Played some Hunters. I know a lot of you have problems with that. I still really dig I'm still having a lot of fun. I know it's, not every game for everybody. It's fine. I don't, but I'm somebody who hasn't played. I've never played. The last type of game I would say that I played that was like that was would be Team Fortress 2, which I haven't played in over a decade. I think I said this before. So I don't play games like that normally, and it's just very refreshing to have to be able to play a game like that. I talked about but it's weird because I think I talked about how I downloaded Multiverses and been trying to get back into that place, but it's not really very feasible as a full-time dad who's a full-time stay-at-home dad who's here with my kids. If they need something, I gotta go address it. But they're definitely a blessing. And, my son is getting older and he plays the Switch sometimes. And I've not, he's seen me and his cousin, Matthew, who lives in out west, and they're an Xbox family. And so Matthew was telling me how different the controller on the Switch is from the Xbox, and it's not totally different. I mean, this is our Switch controller. It's stock, whatever third thing that you get on Amazon. It's got Hall control to eliminate drift and all that. But I don't know. I had to get used to adjusting up and down, but just because if you don't play those types of games a lot, which I'm still struggling with because I don't play those type of games a lot, and so I tend to be into lower. One of the lower people on the team, but it's like I'm trying. I'm trying to get better. Been playing a lot of Graz, who's the Wookiee. Just because he has a stampede, he has a rock throw. He's not overly complicated. He is a little slow, which is why he has the stampede, and he also has a self heal, which is kind of interesting. And he's pretty simple to play. But it's like you just master you just get better one at a time, and that's what we're trying to do. Let's see if we can finish Chupio tonight. If we could, it would be quite magical. We need 3 more. If we can get this to happen, of course. Why wouldn't we get what we need? I'm going to finish him tonight. I'm just like, let's just be done. Let's just get done. And of course we get 6. So it's perfect. Of course we get 6, but we got that. So he's now 7 stars finally. So we've been through some very long grinds with, on the account here with Wicket, with Nisa, and with Chupio, and it's good to almost be done with Chupio, because we still got to grind up the things here. But I guess I'll do that during the day. What is good, and it's hit or miss whether it's going to be. But Loquitur likes to buy this stuff in the computer pads, the computer prototypes in the Champion store, which I gotta say, the note is kind of crap, but we'll farm up some. We won't. I need to farm up. Need to do our other person before we farm him up. We can go ahead and attach these two. These were the ones that were holding us up. We need to be at 75, and now I got to farm that up. That's fine. But our team is almost done. Now we got a Sky Guy. And, I mean, did myself a disservice by not doing Sky Guy earlier, but it's fine. Not a big deal. Marjade is still waiting. She's like, when are you gonna finally, oh my gosh, that's just a horrible. Does anybody buy this, by the way? Does anybody buy? You can't see me because it's my face. But do any of you guys buy this with the million credits for 10 fragments? That's like, oh my gosh. I feel so bad for if anybody bought that. All right, so let's go back to Sky Guy. Let's go back to Sky Guy and see. Let's just put pieces on where we can. Also, I may be in the position where I have to go back to buying, because I haven't been buying stuff in the store a lot recently. I'm talking about the. I'm gonna get stuck by this Cairo, but don't want to end up wasting this on somebody else. Oh, little too pricey. Just because I don't have the stuff right now, but I mean, it's good to be done with Chupio. It would have been nice if I would have finished. If I would have got Poppy done before we finished Chupio, but it's fine. Why? Because what does this guy need over here? Computer pads. Let's just farm out the computer pads. It'll be fine, right? We'll just farm those for about 2 weeks, probably, at least. Gotta tell you, I'm concerned. I've been hearing rumblings, of course you probably know this, but that the road ahead isn't coming until July. And if that does come, when does that mean the stuff is going to be rolling out in August? If you've forgotten, I didn't get any freaking computer pads there, by the way. Got like a couple. What am I doing over here? Am I doing Talon? I think I'm doing Talon over here, right? Yeah, the answer is yes. But in August, the first week in August, we're going on holiday, so we're going to be out for about a week, 10 days, and I can just see that's when they're going to drop all of this stuff. Is right when I'm on vacation. I'm going to have to play catch up and all that fun stuff, which is, part of the, I guess it's part of the fun, or lack thereof in this case. But definitely liking hunters. I know it's not for everybody. It's fine. Just like everything else. Well, some things are. Some things I will say. What I just said was not totally true, because things of this world are subject, but there are things greater than that. And those, if you want to compromise on those, it's probably the worst opinion. And I think that's why we try to shit it down and play like it doesn't matter, because we want to make it into something that it's not. And it's important that you draw a distinction between the two. As far as games goes, it's subject to one's taste. I've never know a lot of people play Call of Duty and stuff like that. I just was like, okay. And MOBAs, when it comes to MOBAs, I'm like, okay. Hey, we get GPL 7 stars finally. Good grief. What am I gonna do? I think I might have a couple more dailies to do on. Well, it's the next day, so I might probably have to hit the reset for Hunters. If you are interested in playing Hunters, what type of character do you like to play, even if you're not playing Hunters? Because it's the same. It's generally the same in every game, right? Where you have your tank, your DPS, and your healers, otherwise known as the Trinity. But there's subcategories. There's bruisers, there's controllers, there's assassins, there's I don't know what else. And I've always tried to want to be a controller in different games, but the playstyle that's necessary to play a controller in those type of games has never quite fit my style. I will say I've played a bunch of MMOs, whether it's World of Warcraft or the Old Republic, Final Fantasy 14, and the only class that I've truly been in love with, and it's really striking when I'm saying this because I'm not currently playing the game, and I probably haven't played the game for about 2 years, but for whatever reason, if you played Final Fantasy 14, Red Mage, I like being able to be range, and if you play that, you do some spells, and then you're building up your white magic and your blue magic. And then at some point, when you get those 2 gauges full, you do this move and you leap in, and you spend those white and black magics or blue magics down by doing melee stuff. And then once you spent them out, then you jump back out of melee into range and you start casting all over again. I thought that was wildly fun when I played Final Fantasy 14. And why? Because it's just so different than every other thing. Usually with tanks, and this is the same with hunters, you're just in people's face. Even if you're playing Sentinel, which is a ranged tank, which is always interesting. But it's it tends to have less, I don't know, less desirability to me. And then in those type of games, there's never a character that you have to be in somebody's face, because even with Sentinel, you don't want the people to be in your face. You want to knock them out, and you definitely don't want to let people get behind you. But with Graz, you're just playing a super aggressive tank, which is honestly what Wookiees are. But it would be interesting if they put a character in like a hunter's type of game that you sort of started at range, and then at some point you like jump towards. And I know, if there's like a Jedi who started casting and then you got to a certain level and then you had to jump towards or something, I just think that would be a really interesting gameplay. I don't know how it would really work, but I just think the premise of it is, to me, it's super interesting. I need Kairos for, I need down, oh yeah, okay. Forgot who I was on. I thought I was on Palpy. We have these. Yeah, I got plenty. Let's buy this. And let's put it over 100. Let's buy these. And then that's good for that. So that's nice. So one more piece. And then, of course, we got to still take him to 12. I mean, to 13. Which will be like, what do I need for Palpy? Don't I have... These are... Okay, it looks like... Is there something I need to buy in... get from the other shops? Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Just a little bit closer. Which shop is this in? Is this in the fleet? It is. Okay. Just farm a lot of this stuff in the fleet then. But generally speaking, I like to play Zana, whatever her name is. She's intriguing to me because of her dodge roll. But because her and Skora play very similar, the way they move is very different. And I mean, other than that, they're very similar. But I have an idea. I think, and I know people have poo-pooed Sprocket. If you've not played the game, you don't know who Sprocket is. But Sprocket, it's this Mon Calamari like kid who's a genius, and he heals and he fights with droids. So he's basically floating on his chair, and he's using his iPad to control these droids, these drones, and the droids do the damage. And that, to me, is, I know people don't like him, but to me, there's a very different playstyle there that, once I get access to him, could be a ton of fun. Because I think, and I don't know if people have really put in the effort to main him, but when I get done with Graz, I'm planning to start on Sprocket, which is gonna just drive people up the wall because people really don't like Sprocket. But I'm looking forward to it. And so I'm playing it just to try out the different classes, because I want to see is there a way I can make this character work? That maybe, and I know that people have been beta testing or in soft launch for years, but now that the game's live, one would hope that they're going to take passes at different characters and see where they're weak and bring them up. And so if I can be an early adopter on somebody like Sprocket before all the updates happen and everything, if I can have him at a kind of high level, then I'm going to be like, yes. And so I have all this fame that I'm saving up. I think I may just keep accruing that and just pour it into Sprocket as soon as I get him. But I've not made that determination official because it's just an idea that I'm toying with, that I'm rolling around in my brain to see how much sense it makes, or sense to me anyway. And then if I get to a point where I'm like, I could see how this would be super effective, then when I get to that point, that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm just going to be like, you know what? Let's do it. So now we need to come in here because we're getting kind of low on stuff. We just need to see, okay, what am I kind of low on? Or do I think that I might be low on? And if there's stuff in here that I am actually low on, might not be the worst idea to go ahead and pick it up. But there's a difference between actually being low on something and you perceiving that you're low on something. So you just don't want to go in here and just start spending wildly if you don't need to. So I think I picked up, a couple things. And then we're just picking up folks because, once we get done having all the folks that we need, then after we have all the folks, then it's like, well, there's nobody else to buy. So I guess that means gear. Go ahead and pick up this up. It's going to be a super long time before we get that stuff up. I don't think there's anything. So we'll go ahead and buy this, I guess. All right, so I don't know that there's any. Ooh, we can do that, which we'll do. Can do. No, I don't want the negotiator. I want the malevolence, and then let's get. It's a lot of money. That's. Also, I'm also gonna have space if there's anything I need in here. Not especially, but could see where there might be some need here and there. All right, so I think we're basically done for today. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Yeah, I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you had. Even if you just want to leave me a comment about how you think hunters are crap, that's fine too. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Till then, make sure you hold the line. God bless, and I'll see you then. Bye.